brilliant. They've done a brilliant event. They have a great history, and I think they've demonstrated their ability and willingness to get people together. So I think today's a great event.
It has been a fantastic event, and I think the WebShield guys have done a great job in pulling it together.
I think risk kind of looks like in the 21st century what it looked like in the 20th century. I think the methodologies have changed and the speed at which risk impacts us has changed. But I think generally it's the same type of problem that we faced 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
If you don't take risks, then we probably wouldn't have any transactions. People's definitions of risk do vary from bank to bank, from portfolio to portfolio, from customer to customer. So the challenge here is actually trying to differentiate those and actually make the right decisions. I mean, as I said in my presentation, risk should not be seen as a business prevention unit. It should be there to actually enable good business and better business.
I think there's a strong need for collective intelligence in the industry, and the main reason I say that is that there is just so much going on, and so we've got to share information. We've got to learn from the different approaches that different people are taking. A group decision with as many inputs as possible will end up with a better decision and a better route than just one or two information sources.
There's a number of challenges. One is, I think, proper due diligence from an acquirer's perspective. The other is monitoring the merchants once they're signed up, and reoccurrence of due diligence, not only when they first get underwritten, but as the merchant evolves and progresses through the network system.
A worrying trend, to be honest, is the fact that some low-risk merchants, low-risk business types are attracting specific acquirers and utilizing the marketing approach in a very deceptive way. The merchant acquirer or the payment service provider is looking at a perfectly fine business. There's nothing incompliant with that. But the way that the merchant is advertising it, and we've seen that with the whole nutraceutical scam, that really is the impact and the deciding factor whether it's a good merchant or not.
Over the last 5 years, we've seen a huge change in technology. From that perspective, we've got more data, more sophisticated systems. Mostly technology has been really positive. It's delivered higher quality, more effective, safer transactions. The level of risk in the system has reduced significantly. In the same way, we also have bad players. So fraudsters who are attempting always to take money out of the system, and their approaches have become more sophisticated as well.
Risk is changing from industry to industry. The fraudsters are basically, moving from one industry to the other purely because they can get better an account at a certain acquirer or multiple acquirers, which where certain categories are easily approvable. Low risk MCCs, which are basically disguised as high risk.
Risk analysts will have a lot better help in the understanding, analysis and usage of raw data. In all areas of risk management, data is exponentially growing. So without the help of technologies such as AI, it's almost impossible to get proper analysis of it. I think that if I have to say there's a promise of AI for risk management, that should be it.
Connected devices give us that ability to take advantage of that connection. Means that I can then victimize someone quicker, I can receive payment quicker, I can establish my identity quicker. So those connected devices and that speed at which they connect enables all this illicit activity.
Payment companies can help us with the challenge by collaborating more closely with us to share information, and it really is a two-way process. We don't have the knowledge of the industry that these payment service providers do, but equally we have a lot of knowledge that we can share about trends and patterns in distribution of child sexual abuse material. By working together, we can understand how we can better disrupt that distribution, and we can help provide information to them to make sure that they can stop this occurring and this abuse of their services.
To know exactly what business they have is the most sensible way of managing risk, and not just accept anything coming their way. To be discerning, and again, to be deliberate. That is the best piece of advice I can give, because there's many people wanting to pass on business, and when people knock on your door, there's a reason for it. Go out, find the business, don't let them find you.
In our company, Payvision, we have a lot of contact with other PSPs. Always keep on having, an open dialogue, with your colleagues. See what their problems are. They could be your problems tomorrow. because it's their problem today. Those merchants are going to be moving very quickly, to your portfolio if you don't talk with them in an open manner. Don't see them as your competitors, see them also as your partners in gathering information.
RiskConnect was created from the idea of the Academy, bringing people together and focusing on the relevant topics that we're all dealing with on a day-to-day basis. It's focusing on the risk professionals that are handling the day-to-day work, that need to understand the threats out there and that need this constant collaboration and dialogue within the industry.
I think it's a great opportunity to meet other people, to network, get to know your peers and share your ideas and knowledge, but also to get in touch with with the card schemes actually. Get to know them and how they see certain points in this business going on.
I'm really enjoying the event. It's been a great event so far. Enjoyed speaking. Enjoy meeting people that I haven't met before, but spoke to them on the phone. For years, 15, 20 years, I've been speaking to some of these people. This is the first time I'm actually meeting them face to face, which is great.
We're living in a fake news environment, so ensure that you are researching your sources. Ensure that you're validating the information that you receive. Secondly, keep up to date to current regulatory information that is being provided. In many cases, that's best practice that has been extracted from years of experience. And then finally, have the opportunity to connect.